Good morning, all. I swear, it is so interesting to see my algorithm, people's TikToks, people's choice of words. It is so interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure where people's minds at. I think it is hilarious. What is his name? Brandon Tatum? He's like jumping to the defense for Erica. And it's like they always land on the same thing. When they consistently always land with the same talking points, you know that there's an op, right? There's a psychological op going on, and they always land on the same talking points, every single one of them, when they get called out. And it goes a little something like this. Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? And it's like, it's interesting to me because the proof and the evidence come closer is in the lies. All the lies that they've got caught in. It's in there. The proof and the evidence is in the lies. So check. Okay. And the evidence is in all the forced evidence as well as the manipulated evidence that is out there. Okay. And I think it's so comical that this is all they have to land on. Same thing with Trump's administration and all the bots in reference to the paid actors, in reference to the Epstein files. You know, instead of doing what their job is, instead of saying, you know what, we're not 100% sure if this is true or false, but this is what we are sure we're going to do, is we're going to talk to every victim. We're going to double down on investigation, and we're going to get to the truth. Whatever it is, we're going to get to the truth. And we're going to prosecute, and we're going to hold everybody accountable in the Epstein files that has done anything illegal, no matter big, small, medium. But they're not doing that either. They're saying the same crap. Where's the evidence? It's like, the evidence is right in front of your face. Quit pretending that there's no evidence. You know there's evidence. The evidence is in front of all of our face. You can't gaslight us anymore. That ship has come and gone. Those days have come and gone. You're going to have to come up with better talking points than where's the evidence? Where's the proof? You're going to have to circle back to your camp and figure something else out. And it's so unoriginal. That's another thing. I see so many people on this TikTok and all social media platforms, and they're just so unoriginal. That's why I love Barron. He's so original. He's so raw. I watched him last night. And he's uncovering the basics, and that's what we have to do. Same thing with me. Uncover the basics. Because none of it makes sense. None of it makes one dang bit of sense. Not one. And after I started going down and getting back to the basics, is when things really kind of started to enlighten for me. You know, it's just a shame that we live in a world now where people participate. They also initiate. They also intentionally double down on attacking people, whether that be from the front, from the back, from the side. And instead of just getting to a place of looking in the mirror and being like, I'm not sure I'm at a good place in my life at this point. And why would they get to a place where they say something like that? Well, because they're attacking people, or they're hiding people that have attacked people, right? And it's like, they won't do that. They're going to double down. And then they're going to bring God into the mix. This is what trips me out. Is they're going to bring God into the mix as if God gives them a green light for what they're doing. what they're pouring out into this country. I had so many dreams last night, and I woke up this morning. I'll tell you this. Poppy T and Vance and BB. I know it may seem as though there's quite a few people supporting, people turning a blind eye, people not talking about it. That's another thing. People just not talking about it. If you don't talk about it, it doesn't exist, is the way they see it in their mind. And it's like, no, that's not true neither. That's not true neither. It still does exist. It still did happen. It's still happening right now in front of our faces. And so it's just a sad world we live in. I think it's comical to me because I think, so hindsight 2020, I'd imagine a lot of these people have children. They're married, they have families, right? Your kid gets in trouble. Your kid gets in trouble, and you know they did something. You know they did something, but you ain't got that proof. You ain't got that proof yet. Or you might not ever get it, because remember, it's your kid. It's your kid. Something happened at school, right? Or something went missing in your house, or you caught them in a lie, but you don't have proof of their lie. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, you don't have proof of your kid's lie. How do you have proof of a lie? When your kids lie to you, your kids lie to you. I mean, unfortunately, that's where you got to be there and teach them right and wrong between how powerful their word is. How powerful their word is, because if you continue to lie, people lose faith in you. They lose trust in you. And that's what we're seeing on the full front. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people are losing faith in our leaders. They're losing faith in the entertainment biz. They're losing faith in the religion. They're losing faith. And I'm not saying across the board. I'm saying across the board for those that you can blatantly tell are on the side of the fence where they're promoting evil. They're trying to sweep things under the rug when it comes to Charlie Kirk, the Epstein files, BB, things of that nature, Trump, all of the above, right? I'm talking about that. There are good churches out there. There are good people out there in the religion. They're very good people. And I look forward to the day that I can find a church. But I say this in reference to, you just have to think about your words and your actions, because sometimes they don't realize how much they're just making a fool of themselves by the things that they say. Like when you're having a conversation with your kid and you caught him in a lie, what if your kid says, that's not true? You don't have proof. You don't have proof. You don't have evidence of that. But intuitively, we know our kids. We know our kids. Don't we? I know I do. To say the least. And so you just have to think about these things in your day-to-day activity, the words that come out of your mouth. And it's like, it's so hard for me to see this coming from straight adults that I respected. And it's like, man, when did we get it to a place where we started defending lies, defending heinous activity, defending pedophilia, defending wars? When did we get here? Instead of defending human life, defending humanity as one, defending truth, defending justice, which are all pillars that God stood on. So when did we cross over? So I hope this video resonated, but I hope everybody has a good day. I love you guys.